Hello and season's greetings to all our stage fans out there. I'm Charlotte Minyard, and I was encouraged to come on board by our favorite elf and my late mother-in-law, Bobby Minyard Straight-Off. I've been the corporate manager's administrative assistant to first Zeta Jansen, then Mona Klein, and now Lou Garza. We hope to see you all in the new year. Merry Christmas and stay well, my friends.
Yes, and the bedpost was his own, and the bed was his own, and the room was his own. Best and happiest of all, the time before him was his own to make amends in. I will live in the past, the present, and the future, Scrooge repeated as he scrambled out of bed. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. Oh, Jacob Marley, heaven and the Christmas time be praised for this. I say it on my knees, oh Jacob, on my knees. He was so fluttered and so glowing with good intentions that his broken voice would scarcely answer to his call. He had been sobbing violently in his conflict with the spirit, and his face was wet with tears. They are not torn down, cried Scrooge, folding out of his bed curtains in his arms. They're not torn down, rings and all. They are here. I am here. The shadows of the things that would have been may be dispelled. This will be. It will be. His hands were so busy with his garments all this time, turning them inside and out, putting them upside and down, tearing them, mislaying them, making them parties to every kind of extravagance. I don't know what to do, cried Scrooge, laughing and crying in the same breath. I'm as light as a feather. I'm as happy as an angel. I'm as merry as a schoolboy, as giddy as a drunken man. A Merry Christmas to everybody. A Happy New Year to all the world. Hello, you there, hello. Shaving was not an easy task, for his hand continued to shake very much, and shaving requires attention, even when you don't dance while you're at it. But if he had cut the end of his nose off, he would have a piece of sticking plaster over it. It had been quite satisfied. He dressed himself all in his best, and last got out into the streets. The people were at this time pouring forth, for he had seen them with the ghost of Christmas present, and walking with his hands behind him, Scrooge regarded everyone with a delighted smile. He looked so irresistibly pleasant. In a word, that 3 or 4 good-humored fellows said, "Good morning, sir. A Merry Christmas to you." And Scrooge often afterwards, that of all the blithe sounds he had ever heard, those were the blithest in his ears. He had not gone far when, coming towards him, he beheld a portly gentleman who had walked into his counting house the day before, and said, "Scrooge and Marley's, I believe." It sent a pang across his heart to know how this old gentleman would look upon him when they met, but he knew what lay straight before him, and he took it. "My dear sir," said Scrooge, quickening his pace and taking the old gentleman by both hands, "how do you do? I hope you succeeded yesterday. It was very kind of you. A Merry Christmas to you, sir." "Mr. Scrooge?" "Why, yes," said Scrooge. "That is my name, and I fear it may not be pleasant to you. And allow me to ask your pardon, and will you have the goodness—" And here Scrooge whispered in his ear. "Lord bless me!" cried the gentleman, as if his breath were taken away. "Why, my dear Mr. Scrooge, are you serious?" "If you please," said Scrooge, "and not a farthing less. A great many back payments are included in it, I can assure you. Will you do that for me? Will you do that favor for me?" "My dear sir," said the other, shaking hands with him, I don't know what to say with such munificence." "Well, don't say anything, please," retorted Scrooge. "Will you come and see me? Will you come and see me?" "What? I will!" cried the old gentleman, and it was clear he meant to do it. "Thank you," said Scrooge. "I am much obliged to you. I thank you 50 times, I bless you." And it was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well. If any man alive be possessed by this knowledge, may it truly be said of all of us, And so, as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us, every one.